What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I want to show you my credit card. Go ahead, swipe it, charge it, treat yourself. Anyway, hey, this is my credit card. I use this for pretty much everything at work, and it's just your typical average credit card. It's just plastic, and it's kind of what U.S. Bank has provided me. Kind of blacked out, I think, the important stuff here, so hopefully not. Hopefully you don't have enough info to use it, but if you do, tap that whole $100 credit line. Anyway, listen, hey, this credit card is cool. It works fine, but you know, there is vanity and ego and posturing, and there's all sorts of actual good practical reasons in some ways to get like a really sweet looking credit card. So I don't know, Chase Sapphire I think is a metal credit card. My buddy John showed me his HSBC credit card and it was super nice. Anyway, I digress. But if you don't have the ability from your issuer to get a really sweet credit card, you actually can go out to the open market here. And I went to a website called Lion Credit Card, where they will convert your plastic credit card into metal. This is the website. They sent this little poker chip, and you can go to their website at lioncreditcard.com. And in fact, what they also provided me was this little Premier Black sleeve. Now, I will say Lion Credit Card did not provide me a credit card. I paid for it. And the reason I chose them was that there are a number of services out there that will make you a metal credit card and transfer your info, the appropriate info, to the credit card, but they vary in price. And so, you know, some of them that I looked at seemed like they're pretty good, and they're all kind of in the ballpark. But Lion Credit Card actually is out of San Jose, I believe, and they were the cheapest one for what I could get. And so actually, you know, an upgrade like this is probably about $220. This is not the full custom, it's kind of their mid-range one, so I want to show you what I got. So filled out the form, sent them my credit card. They sent me this back, and I just got it today. I was just taking a look at it. Comes in this nice little sleeve, and I now have, with my fingerprints on it, because I already touched it, oily fingers, an all metal credit card, and that is pretty sweet. Totally is like an ego booster. Now, what I will show you here is it's apparently stainless steel. It has a streaked matte black finish. That's part of kind of the Lion credit card thing, and you can actually get it, I think, also in silver, like an unfinished brush, and as well as a chrome, and maybe even a gold, I think they offer. And so you get this metal credit card. I mean, it's a solid, robust piece. Like I said, one of the things that you have to keep in mind, and kind of the nature of the material, is that it does show fingerprint and oil quite a bit. They put the MasterCard logo there. I actually uploaded the Peter Von Panda logo, so that gets etched in there. I think this is all like laser etched. And then they just laser etch your name and number and all that important info on the front. So it's not raised. So if you have someone that has those rollers that takes a credit card under like a carbon paper triplicate form, this isn't going to work because all the numbers are just etched in there and laser etched, but it looks great. Now, they have a number of different designs. You don't have to upload your logo. They can actually put this lion logo on there too, which looks pretty cool. It definitely kind of looks like the HSBC card. If I flip it over here, they do print the security code, the 3-digit security code, and then they actually transfer the phone number from my US Bank account on here. So they did that. Now, a couple things that I want to point out here, which I think are really, really interesting, is that first of all, I was wondering how they would do the security stripe, and I didn't really think much about it because they, you know, security stripes or the magnetic stripes are often like built in to the card, and I've had like everything from student IDs to other ones have a built-in magnetic stripe. But since they're making the card, effectively manufacturing it, they put this magnetic stripe in here, so it's slightly recessed. There's a little trough in here, and then they have like this magnetic stripe. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't tried any of this yet. I'm assuming that if I swipe it, this should work fine, you know, because the head reader, which is kind of like an old cassette tape reader, kind of has some pressure and pushes on it, and so whether this is a little recessed or not, should swipe there and pick up the numbers. But if it doesn't, you'll also notice it has the chip here, and if you look at this card, you might notice that the chip is missing. And so what they've done here is transplanted my chip. I didn't even know you could do that. Looks like it's just kind of slightly glued in. It's almost like a SIM chip or something, but then they etched in a recess here and then transplanted my chip. So I'm really impressed that they were able to do that. I don't know if they'll ever be able to transplant this chip out again, but you know, the fact is I have a metal credit card that is chip enabled and magnetic stripe enabled. So the only thing that I think lacks from all of these kind of aftermarketers is if you have the radio chip in there. So if you have like NFC communication where you can tap your credit card, which this does not, you'll notice a little like Wi-Fi symbol on there if you do have that. This won't do that, but the chip is really the big one. And so again, and I can't swear that it works because I haven't tried it yet, but as far as I can tell, everything seems to line up where it would be in a reader. So I think I should be able to use it without a problem. But otherwise, just really, really cool to have. I mean, it's just a sick looking piece of, executive hardware. Now, the reason you might do this, and I understand people might say, like, why would someone pay a couple $100 or even a few $100 for a full custom job to just take a plastic card and turn it into metal? Well, credit cards are a little bit of a dying breed, to be honest. With Apple Pay and the electronic pay on the phone, I actually am surprised that credit cards are stuck around for as long as they have. But I understand that not everyone has a smartphone or NFC enabled phone, etc., etc. But some of the practical reasons you could want this is, like, let's say you're a salesperson, let's say you're a business owner and a small business owner, and you want to kind of fake it till you make it, look a little more prestigious, more powerful, have the black card look, have the metal card look. You could certainly do that, regardless of what your banking institution is or your lending institution, or, presumably if it's a prepaid card. So there are times that you're going to want to go out and pick up a meal with a client or entertain them and look the part, and this really absolutely helps you do that. So, like I said, if you want to go to, in this case, lioncreditcard.com, I will tell you that I filled out the form, I put in some of the information. I think that's to pre-build the card for you, and then they emailed me a USPS priority mail label, which I just dropped my credit card into a priority mail envelope, put the label on. They got it about 3 days later, maybe. They turned it around basically in a business day, kind of transplanted the chip, and then priority mailed it back to me. So I was only on my card about a week, and got this back. So the cool thing is I get to throw this in my wallet and show it off the next time. But I don't really have as much of a practical reason for it. I just wanted to show you that a really kind of a nice piece of equipment, and it does work. I'll be honest, like, I kind of thought, wow, maybe it's a scam just to get people's credit cards, but in this case, certainly not. It's true and legit, and they were really actually. I don't know who the guy is, but he was awesome at communication. I actually emailed and said, hey, I uploaded a picture of my logo, but I don't know if it's going to work. And he said, I checked it out, and it's going to work fine. So, they were Johnny on the spot with that. Anyway, check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description, as well as other prestigious things that I found on Amazon that make small business owners look like heavy hitters, which you probably want to. And if you're traveling, for work or whatever, check out the link in the description for some really awesome travel deals from Expedia. Lots of opportunities to get you where you want to go, stay where you want to stay at pennies on the dollar. So check it out. Peter from Panda, out.